Hi everyone, Bandanner here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to League 0.5. Today we are with Vulcan and Meddi for a couple of games. Vulcan, an absolutely amazing player at this game when he wants to be. He always surprises me for someone who seems to not play the game that much, but his micro is unmistakably good. And Meddi, the master of madness. It used to be that for me, Int was always this master of chaos, but Meddi seems to have taken on this role. Sometimes he'll play perfectly normally, and other times he'll do something wild and totally unexpected. Let's have a look at what Meddi's got down. He's playing over here as the 27th. Spetsnazvedka heading up into Zulu. Some Motrasvedka heading just up to here, not too far forward into the town. Motrasvedka heading up here, get eyes on Foxtrot, and some Spetsnazvedka also heading there. Okay, so maybe he's going to move those up. Down here we've got Igla, we've got anti-tank units, and we've got a BMP-2. That's the command just going in that point. Is that a command going in there with a supply? Back here we've got a bunch of infantry, so we've got some Commandatura, a 30mm grenade launcher, and some more anti-tank heading into there. Here we have Commandatura, same mix again, heading up this way, and a supply truck? Is that supply going to those buildings? Why this random supply truck? I feel like there's an anti-air unit missing. Over here we have a Strela Conkers M, Igla, and a 30mm again, kind of spread out over this area. Interesting setup from Meddi. Let's spin round Vulcan, playing as the mighty 5th Panzer. Fernswehr coming in, getting in these tree lines here, not being too pushy at all. Jägeraufkel heading up to here. Oh, very standoffish actually. Jägeraufkel pushing up to here. Both players being kind of defensive here, more so than I expected. Aufklärer heading into Bravo at least, along with 2 Fliegerforce and a Jäger. Good, grabbing that early. And that's your 27 rocket out on the other side for Meddi. Loads of infantry, Fliegerforce to the masses. Oh, that's going a bit more aggressively getting in there. Okay. Maybe Vulcan was worried about helicopters at the start, so he didn't send his recon too far forward. Got more Fliegerforce, Jäger, and a Milan 2 heading into the town itself now, and a command heading this way. Got a Fliegerforce at the back, which is also heading up to this kind of area. Another Jäger that seemed to have taken a different path. Leo 105, Roland 3, and a supply. Interesting setup for both players. Pleased to see that a little bit more aggressive at this side for Vulcan. Let's spin ourselves round. Not sure where the first battle's going to be here. They seem to be like spreading themselves out quite far back from the front line, or what I would consider the front line in this map usually. So it's an unusual start. I tend to think people are usually a wee bit more aggressive on this map, and there's usually a bit of a meeting in Echo early on, or Foxtrot. We are going to see some kind of engagement, I think, in Foxtrot. See markers going down for Meddi there, marking Vulcan's units. No meeting of the forces yet. This is a quiet opening. I did see that there is a T-80BV rolling in from the back for Meddi. He's still got that Su-17 rocket in. Fliegerforce going down in those buildings there, being marked by... Meddi is marking everything. BMP-2 there, engaging on the Fox. Markers going down on these buildings as well. Has Meddi actually brought in any artillery yet? No artillery. He is putting a lot of markers down. Another T-80BV coming in for Meddi. He will slowly build up those tank forces. Over at the side, that command going around to Bravo now. Currently +1 to Meddi. It's not going to stay that way. This is an interesting start. Very, almost apprehensive from both players. Just this little bit of skirmishing down here. That BMP has good eyes on. Manages to kill the Aufklärer. And is now pushing up. Just that little bit of prodding and poking. Nothing too extensive. Apache rocket in for Vulcan. Not a bad choice. Obviously, we'll be aiming to come and defend this point, I imagine. Needs to be careful of the Igler at the back. SU-17 finally goes in for a kill on something. Will take lots of fire, though. Yeah, look at all those Flieger Force missiles. I think the Roland actually got the hit in the end. All the Flieger Force missed. TVZ Fuchs goes down over here. BMP-2 takes a nasty hit from the Jaeger. Does smoke itself off, though. And will retreat. I keep expecting to turn around and see artillery coming in for Meddi, since he marked all those buildings, but obviously he hasn't continued to mark them. No big tanks in as yet for Vulcan, just some 1A5s. Looks like he's sending his Iltis command around to try and get in the middle point now. Still +1 to Meddi. Rocket attacks coming in for those helicopters. F4F does engage though. Apache takes a nasty hit. It does survive. SU-17 goes down. Oh, F4F also goes down. And the other SU-17 badly damaged there. F4F is making chase, but I think is going to veer off. Is going to strafe the Motrazvedka instead. Nice strafe. Lots of damage done. Get out of there now. Is being veered off very carefully. Oh, it's turning the wrong way. It's turning the wrong way. It's a bit awkward on this map. The jets do turn a funny way to get out. Straight over all those Strelas. It is out though. Apache will be retreated to get resupplied. Over at this side of the map, Vulcan locked down, as is Meddi. I don't think we'll see too much movement over this side. Maybe a bit of skirmishing. I feel like they're going to end up fighting over this side of the map. Obviously, everything neutralized now. That Iltis command did its job. So, one of these players does need to make a move, either on Echo or Foxtrot, respectively. There's Leo 105s coming in this side. Should help with the clear up. Vulcan's looking pretty good here at the moment. He's managed to take out the Recon. There's just the 30mm grenade launcher in the middle there. Needs to be careful of that T-80, which has taken a nasty hit. But is still able to put out some damage. Igla here, not going to do so well against the Jaeger, but there is a BMP-2 AG coming in, which will tear apart the Jaeger. Obviously, with the autocannon and grenade launcher. Lots more reinforcements coming in as well. More BMP-2s. I also see a Sprut coming in at the very back there. A good anti-tank gun. It's just a bit short range, but as long as you can get close, or get the enemy close to you, I should say, you're going to dish out the damage. Still, just that little bit of skirmishing over in the city there. Just looking for... I'm seeing a lot of reinforcements heading over that way for Vulcan, and I do worry a little bit. He's not focusing enough on this side of the map. As you'll notice, the vast majority of reinforcements for Meddi are coming into this side. He's also pulled both of those T-80 PVs over this way. Fuchs Milan goes down. Leo 105's in position now. The BMP-2K, though, has taken control of that point. +1 to Meddi. +2 in a moment. There we go. Can the Leo 105 get a shot off? It's got a good hit. Kills the Strela. But that T-80 BV is coming in. I assume it doesn't have eyes on the BMP-2K. All these BMP-2AGs rolling in now. Still the odd unit being sent to the other side for Meddi, but the vast majority is heading over this way. BMP-2s, I assume, will want to line up for an attack over here. Yeah, did you see that? An Igla being called in at this side. just in there. Look at that plane crash. Sorry, I'm being distracted. I don't think I've ever seen a plane land quite like that before, where it's still sort of intact. Interesting. So, where does this leave us? Jaeger retreating, now routed. The Leo 1F5s can get nice and close to that motor-stroke Meddi because it can't hit them close up. However, they would be then susceptible to the T-80BV. The Jaeger Aufkel still just sat next to that building. Obviously can't go in the building, unfortunately. There's some skirmishing going on in the city now. Vulcan has made it to Zulu. I'm surprised Meddi let him get that close. There's potential here. He can get in the point. Some Martyrs coming in there as well. It's a shame he doesn't have his tank over here, maybe, in this tree line, firing across. I feel like that would be good fire support. There is a Martyr coming around to do that now. He's got that juicy 2A3 sat there, though. It's a shame it's not being utilised at the moment. Obviously, it's a risk. You're putting it out front. You'd have to bring the anti-air with it. But look at that. Marder has chased away those infantry. Looking quite nice here for Vulcan. He just needs to get a command in this point. But there is an Mi-24V rocket attack coming in. Where's the AA? His infantry have moved up very effectively, but there's no anti-air with them. There's no Fliegerforsts up here. And that means that Mi-24V rocket just has free reign to melt everything. That is really unfortunate. That was a really good push. The damage had been done to Meddi's forces. He's now moving everything across from the other side. That is a Q move. The Meta's moving across there. Over at the other side of the map, I do see that Iltis command heading down there. Leo 1F5's not looking good now. The reinforcements did go right round the back here. BMP-2 AGs getting in that back road. Coming round behind Vulcan's forces. Obviously caught the Leos in a massive crossfire of missiles. And obviously the tank at the other side. Plus the infantry. Motorstrokey pushing across this point. Obviously Meddi quite happily taking this. As I say, there wasn't a huge amount of reinforcements coming into this side for Vulcan, sadly, which meant that Meddi was simply going to, sooner or later, overwhelm. And the 1F5 does go down. Over at the far side, how are we getting on over there? I think, unfortunately, Vulcan has been pushed back out of the point. And his AA just sadly not hitting the mark here. And that Mi-24 still in play over there. That is a different Mi-24. It is an Mi-24K. The rocket attack one has been pulled back for repair and rearm. But the Mi-24K able to open fire, do quite a lot of damage. Jaeger Aufkel there caught kind of out on their own. Fliegerforce are getting shots off on that helicopter now. Unfortunate there for Vulcan. A little bit rough. Roland 3 doesn't manage to get a good hit on the helicopter. Can he get a second one? I don't think he's quite in range. Oh, he is. Oh, whoa. I didn't even see the missile hit it. I think that was a Fliegerforce that must have hit it there. The Roland 3 missile seemed to go off kilter. At the far side of the map. Oh no, Leo 283 goes down, drives straight into the RPG-27s. That is very unfortunate. Leo 283 command pushing in down here. The far point Bravo has fallen to Meddi. Unfortunately, I don't think Vulcan was paying attention to that tank coming in. He was obviously busy over here fighting in the city perhaps. And F4F coming in at this side. Sprut there, dishing out the damage, gets the other Leo 2A3. Those spruts are nasty pieces of work, and if you don't spot them, they just annihilate tanks. Really, really difficult to deal with. Once you're in their range, they just melt stuff. I mean, if we have a quick look at that, just as a reminder for those who don't know, the sprut has 23 penetration. Its range isn't great, but as long as you can get angles on defensive positions, 23 pen is nasty. Really nasty. Another Leo 203 coming in there. F4F on station. There's also the Apache rocket moving back in over that way. But Meddi is on the move at this side, pushing through these units. Commander Chura moving up to take out the anti-air and anti-tank there. T-80BV getting itself in a nice position. The other one firing across. It is damaged. Apache rocket will be helpful here. There isn't actually any anti-air really far forward. There's an Eagle over here, but obviously one out of range of that Apache right now. Needs to be careful of the Eagle at this side of the runway, but looks low on ammo. Meddi just trying to hold that corner of the point, hitting it hard with those 120mm mortars. He doesn't even know if there's anything in there. He just wants to dissuade anything from going in. Looks like Vulcan is attempting maybe a little push on Echo here. He's firing across. There's not a huge amount there defending, so those tanks are doing a good job. There's a Conkers M waiting in the point itself, which is now moving up to try and assist with those Leo 203s. Apache over there did take a lot of damage. I believe that was from a jet coming in. This is good harassment here from Meddi. Look at it. It's just a constant stream of mortars. And that Iltis command, so close to being able to slip in the corner of this point and just cap it. I mean, don't get me wrong. A command will be brought in to counter cap it by Meddi very quickly. But he's currently +4. 6 minutes to the victory. 24 minutes left of this game. Here's the push from Vulcan. He's sending in the command tank. He's sending in the Leo 203. T-80BV at the other side, firing across with its ATGMs. Various reinforcements coming in. Leo 203 taking fire there from both sides. Last thing you want to do is get caught in a pincer. Conkers M, nice hit. Obviously doesn't do extra damage to the Leo 203 because it's not got any explosive reactive armor. More T-80s coming in, a T-80BV and a BVK running across the middle there. Really looking for some side shots on these tanks perhaps. Oh, yeah. Crossfire on that Leo 105. This is looking rough right now for Vulcan. He's got a lot of catching up to do. A +4 on this map is pretty decent. And at the moment, Meddi is just in control. I mean, he controls all the major points. He's got a good wall across. He's managed to take out a lot of 2A3s without losing, I think, any T-80BVs. He's just in a good position, and indeed, there's the surrender. Commiserations, Vulcan. That was a rough game. Meddi had a plan in mind. A bit of a difference, kills to losses, but not massive. Just have a look down the kills there. That sprut, look at the sprut, yeah. Got a good kill on that Leo 2A3. SU-17 didn't do amazing. Just got a few AA units though, which is probably good for such a jet. Nothing too stand out in that game. Well played, Meddi. Commiserations to Vulcan. Let's hop in to game number 2. And remember everyone, Vulcan is also on YouTube and he streams on Twitch. So do check him out. I'm sure he will put his view of these games up as well. Okay, all change for game 2. Meddi over on the left in blue playing as the 5th E. And over on the right in red we have Vulcan playing as the 39th. Both good divisions for this map. Now, on this map. Meddi likes to get around the back if he can, but whether he plays it that way is going to be up for debate. Let's see what he's got down. So we have an AMX-10 RC, and we have some eclairs in a VLRA 50 cal heading up to the forest here. Gives a good line of sight across the river, can also be used to cut off echo. We also have a VBL Milan and some more recon heading up this way, getting around the back there to cut that off for reinforcements. Down here we have commandos in helicopters, we have anti-air guns, we have a command, and we have a Mistral, all pushing up into here. So he's going quite hard into echo. Something we've seen a few times recently. The player on Meddi's side, the blue side here, pushing into echo, and it's unusual. Previously, it's always been the case that a lot of players on this side would leave echo alone, because the town is at the other side, and it's a faff to push into. But he does have some rapid reaction forces there in helicopter, so he will get there pretty quick. Here we have some Dragon Paras pushing into the back of Foxtrot. And then here we have a mixture of all sorts. Mistrals, Escorte police units. We've got some Grenadier Voltigeurs. We've got some Command Sapeurs. We've got Milan 2 and some anti-air. And that's in a nice spread. Very defensive at this side. A little bit more aggressive in Delta, pushing into the center. And I think we also perhaps will see the command going through India Golf Delta. We are off. Let's have a look at what Vulcan's got down as they move in. Rozvedka Sapri pushing in Foxtrot. We have some Igla, an ATGM, and Motostrelki also pushing into Foxtrot. He should get in there. Might have a fight with the Paras. Here we have another ATGM and Motostrelki coming in over here. In the BMP-3, expensive unit. Here we have some Rozvedka and Rozvedka Sapri coming into the center. We also have another ATGM and a command heading over this way around the back. Oh, this might be bad. I have a feeling that the AMX-10 RC will be able to shoot over this way. And there's those commandos arriving. We have Rozvedka Sapri and Mot Rozvedka arriving about the same time, so they will engage each other. We've got some Iglas and an ATGM coming in. Need to be careful with those going into the commandos. And we also have some more BMP-3s. Very good units with those the Motostrelki even. Getting into that position. So Echo is where it's going to be hot right now. Let's switch over to the controller and get ourselves in there. Commandos, obviously, very good units. Meddi not being too aggressive with them at the moment. Obviously knows there's other units there. A little bit worried about the ATGM coming in there for Vulcan. Igla as well, kind of moving in there. These BMPs need to unload. Oh, BMP-3 takes a nasty hit. They really need to deploy. There we go. Infantry are out. BMP-3 destroyed. The other one badly damaged. They're great fire support units, but obviously way too close in there at the moment. The commandos will tear them apart. Obviously, there's the risk the VBL Milan doing some damage from back here. Over at this side, as expected, the AMX-10 RC did get the kill across here. So there was a loss of those units on the road there. That is unfortunate. Just well placed by Meddi, unfortunately. The skirmishing continues in this point. Commandos putting up a hell of a fight. They are good units. A little bit of fire support from the back there from the 50 cal. Those commandos looking a little bit worse for wear. As are some of the Motostrelki though. P4 command coming perhaps across the bridge here, or possibly heading to the back. Hard to say. We do see the command coming across for Vulcan now from that side. Probably for the center. Yeah, Meddi's playing it safe. He's just coming for this point, not going for the back point at this stage. ATGM. Commandos around the back here, obviously on top of those Igla. And now the Motostrelki, which are routed. Another commando squad are at that side. AMX-10 in position as well. Meddi's lost a lot. BMP-3 dishing out the damage on the AMX-30. VBL firing at this BMP-3 over here. Gets the kill. That VBL Milan dishing out some serious damage. And that's what the concern was of it being there. Commandos coming up behind that BMP-3. Unfortunately, Vulcan doesn't have the other side of the point. There is a command in there. There are 2 more commando squads, which isn't good for Vulcan at all. Over in the middle, he did get his command in the point. A marker did go down there, I assume, by Meddi. Yeah, trying to get a marker on that. But Vulcan looking good in the middle. Look at this. He's pushed all the way to this far side. Though needs to be careful as there are AMX-30s coming in. At this point, there is a command in for Meddi, but realistically, he's not completely in control of the point. Certainly, lots of possibilities for Vulcan to get a command in here. He's also got that BMP-3 at the back there, which could be maneuvered into a good position to fire off ATGMs at anything coming in. Command in the center there is going to push through to Foxtrot. Obviously, there's a bit of an opening there that Vulcan obviously doesn't realize at the moment. He could potentially get a command around this back road into Golf and over to Hotel. It would be a suicide mission. The command likely wouldn't survive, but it would be pretty effective at getting him some points. Perhaps catching him up to Meddi. Mi-24K being used to good effect over here. Needs to be a little bit careful, as obviously ground units with machine guns can still do damage to the Mi-24K now. Command in this point over here. Does drive across from the center for Vulcan. Very nice. +1 to him. +2. As it caps completely. A little bit concerned about this side. We do see that P4PC command pushing into this back corner. Could he consider pushing for Charlie as well? It is right up Meddi Street to do that. He loves a bit of backline action. He will sneak commands around. Obviously, Vulcan has access to some decent choppers, so he can actually shut that down pretty effectively. Though he needs to be careful about the mirages that are available to Meddi as well. Speaking of, in the other side there, Mi-24K goes down to that mirage. Obviously, Meddi, with control of the point at the far side of the river, now has control in the center as well with that command. And I don't suspect that Vulcan knows exactly where it is, but look at that command vehicle rolling across here. AMX-10 coming in the back there, wanting to cut off that supply line. The Mi-24K coming in, dealing with those eclairs. Command here almost dead. It's on 1 pip of health. Meddi's pushing it in anyway. He doesn't care. Sapri were coming across, but are destroyed on the bridge by the MX-30s, which are now in a good position to take out anything that heads that way. BMP-3 here is pushing up, though. Should be in a nice position with those Motorstrelki RPG-22s to take out that command unit. Over at the far side, various markers going down on ATGMs. Do see a Mirage coming in. Looking for a kill, I assume, on the Mi-24K. SU-27S not reacting fast enough there, unfortunately. Mi-24K badly damaged. And the SU-27S struggling to turn on this Mirage. There we go. They are engaging head-to-head. Mirage takes more damage. Swinging back around. SU. Come on, SU. Get the kill. There it goes. SU gets the kill on the Mirage. It is down. Another Mirage coming in, though. An Mi-24V rocket being pushed in, but is being hit hard by the anti-air unit there. Obviously, the SPGs. Obviously, the Spag anti-air. Very damaging now. And Mi-24V goes down. Over at this side. Morales Vegeta, who are pushing up there, get caught out. BMP3, though, should be able to get some shots off across there. Maybe get a kill on the MX-10. Oh, misses its shot. Fire coming at it from the Milan. Oh, Gazelle Hot 2 was also firing at it, and I think landed the blow there. And still, that command sat there on 1 point. Meddi will be pleased with that. Currently +7 to Meddi, as he has capped the back point. That command made its way to Charlie, as expected. He's now rolling into Alpha, and mark my words, as soon as he's finished in Alpha, he will happily move across to Bravo. This is classic Meddi. He loves taking the back points if he can, and unfortunately it was open. T80 BVK called in to counter cap. Obviously very effective against the P4 command. Will easily make short work of it if he can catch it. I do not expect that command vehicle to stay there, though. Surely Meddi will move that. Gazelle Hot 2 being called across to this side. Meddi wrestle control in the center there. But looking a bit better at the far side now for Vulcan. He's called in quite a lot of reinforcements there. He has a command infantry in that point as well. That is sat in his vehicle at the moment. Two commands coming in here. A T80 BVK and a BTR. Obviously, that P4 PC is an issue. There's the counter cap. Gazelle Hot 2 pushing around the back over here as well. Meddi looking to cut off supply lines if he can with these helicopters. The middle obviously has completely fallen to Meddi now. He remains on a +7, 3 minutes to the victory. Command tank on the move in Alpha has chased away the P4 PC. And there's an Mi-24 VP moving across there. That should be able to engage and take this out. Gazelle Hot 2's finally being dealt with by an SU-27S. There, the Mi-24 has spotted that command vehicle. Just needs to get on top of it, can kill it with its guns. And in the middle of the map, there's like no AA at all for Meddi here. So this Mi-24 could potentially clear up. Just needs to be careful. And watch out for jets coming in. Over at this side, that command still on a slither of health, ready to be moved back in once more. The command of Vulcan, quite far forward there, is susceptible now to the enemy forces pushing in. But moving it will be difficult. SU-27 coming across. I'm not sure what it's looking for here. Strafing run on something? No, just... Oh, it's going for the Gazelle Hot 2. SU-25 AT coming in, looking for some kills on these tanks. Should get some. Nice kill. Can I get a second? It does get a second. Nice strike. SU-27S at the other side as well. Vulcan showing off the air superiority right now. He is in control at the far side. He has regained a lot of control at the back. It's now just +1 to Meddi. The command tank going in the middle here. Needs to be careful of those commandos. The MX-10 coming in for a side shot as well. SU-25 takes out another ground unit. MX-10RC destroyed. MX-10P destroyed. MX-30P2 destroyed. Some major clearing up being done by Vulcan here. The T80 BVK though caught out. Does get a kill on the AMX-10RC. The commandos though looking to finish it off. The cap has happened though. Delta goes to Vulcan. He needs to get that command tank out of there. It's not looking good right now. And the command in here for Vulcan, it feels very lucky right now. Grenadier Voltigers are finally moving up to engage. Air superiority paying off. Oh, commandos get the kill on the tank as it reverses. Unlucky. SU-25 AT still in the back here. Some anti-air actually brought in now for Meddi. But currently +3 to Vulcan. He'll be feeling a bit better about that. He's killed a couple of commands. killed at least one command, that's for definite. There's another PC coming in at this far side, though. Over at the other side, very aggressive play there from Vulcan. He's trying to get his command into that back point, but obviously pushing into Hotel is a bit like pushing into this far point. Alpha is right next to the reinforcement route, so getting into Hotel means you're going into a lot of reinforcements. There's this off chance you can cap it quickly and hold it for a short while, but generally speaking, it's a very hard point to hold because it's so close to all those reinforcements. You're actually almost better, I feel, going for India because of how much cover is at this side, and it's quite a long point. A bit like I also think Bravo is a better point to go for at the back. I think generally pushing through would be smoother at this side, but it tends to happen more at the other side, weirdly. Sometimes you do see Bravo get hit a lot, less so India. Meddi takes control of Foxtrot completely. The command in there was destroyed, as well as the few defending forces. The middle is actually completely controlled by Meddi, and the command goes into it. He never actually lost full control of that point. He still had a lot of units in there. Poor Vulcan does not. Vulcan obviously still trying to push up there with that Sapri commander. Unfortunately, it will die. An exciting game, this one. A bit of a comeback there from Vulcan, but Meddi has stabilized. But can Vulcan pull this back again? I see a command being called in for the middle there. Needs to be careful with this BTR-60, as it will probably be spotted by this 50 cal. Oh, it's definitely going to be spotted because it's being moved up towards the 50 cal. Now, we'll engage on it, I believe, as well. +2 to Meddi for the cap of the middle point. And there they go. These things engaging on each other. Who comes out on top? You would expect the BTR. It's got more health. Yeah, BTR's won this already. BTR is being reversed off, though. Should get the kill. It does indeed, but he wants to be careful with that and pull it out. P4 command vehicle racing across there. Is he thinking... Where is he thinking to send that? I'm wondering if Meddi's thinking he can send it over to the other side again. That seems like it would be suicide at the moment. Over at this side, reinforcements slowly moving in for Vulcan. Every chance he can get back in this point. He has plenty of infantry commands by the looks of it. Yeah. P4 command trying to rush across to the other side there. Will be spotted by the UAZ. UAZ is going to die shortly. Surely the RPG-27 can deal with this. They need to kill it before it goes in the point, really. It's going to decap the point. It gets in, but it decaps. +3 to Meddi. That's just unfortunate. Skirmish ongoing at this side. AMX-30 should go down. Yes, it does. Good kill from the BMP. Command being pushed in here by Vulcan. There are quite a few units in there for Meddi at the moment, who remains on +3. Victory in 2 minutes. Reinforcements coming in the center here. That command should be able to deploy, and there's no counter command in there at the moment for Meddi. And notice Meddi finally bringing in some artillery as well now. Is there another command left in the deck? Yeah, Motor Strelky command coming in for Vulcan. He will be able to retake the point at this side. Over at the far side, unfortunately, his units obviously not in the best position. He will cap the point, though, with his command. Obviously, ideally, getting that command out of there pretty quickly would be important here if he can. VBL Milan's being set upon by some Motor Strelky there. Command goes in the middle as well. He will cap that. Puts Vulcan back at a +1 currently. soon to be +3. And then will be +5 if he can cap that one as well. And he'll have all the middle points. Meddi flooding stuff into the middle. Command tank coming in that side for Meddi as well. Spin ourselves around and have a look at it from Meddi's side. I mean, realistically, look at the front line here. Meddi has pushed it quite far forward. He's not in a bad position. Obviously, he's very far back at the other side. But he's not looking too bad here. Mirage goes down. SU-27 goes down. The other SU-27 does get the kill on the Mirage. Mistral's firing at it, though. I think it does go down, sadly. I thought it was going to get out there, but it does go down. Artillery coming in on that corner. Gets the kill on the Sapri Commander. The MP3 there, getting shot at with the Motostrelki Commander in it. Currently +3. Any moment now, we should be getting towards that +5 for Vulcan. But really struggling to clear up in the middle here. Where's that command tank at? Still rolling in. And some AMX 10 RCs rolling in as well. The MP3s, not bad units, but obviously AMX 30 B2 Brennus is a good unit. Certainly outclasses these at close range like this. Tanks would be required. A couple of BMP3s sat at the back of this point. Hopefully they'll be moved into a good position soon. There we go. +3. +4 for Vulcan. Oh, of course, no one had that. So it's a +4, not a +5. My apologies. I can do maths. Honest. SU-25 coming in. Going for the Brennus. Does not get the kill. Gazelle Hawk goes down, though. Motostrelki BMP have been killed. Motostrelki Commander not looking so good there. Another command coming into the center for Meddi. He will neutralize again. 18 minutes left of the game. I see a T-80BVK coming in. A T-80BV. Some BMP2s. There is a BTR-60 at this far side. Vulcan needs to be careful with that. Vulcan just needs to wrestle control of the center, even if he can get a command in. The problem is he doesn't really control this far side. Jaguar HE comes in for a kill on the Motostrelki. And the other AMX-30 B2 command is coming in for that point. Meddi, as I say, with that front line, it's just very far forward. Even if he doesn't control the points, he's already got a big lead. And it's where the front line is. And look at how close this front line is getting to the back point here. Meddi has pushed it very far. SU-25 struggling to get any eyes on targets. And Meddi can technically just hold now for 17 minutes, but he's not going to. He's going to take this point and make it +1. And then +2. Markers going down on the Igla there. AMX-10's being pushed up. These tanks are arriving. A T-62MV coming in as well. There will be a good pushing force there for Vulcan. There's every chance he could get back into the center. He will lose this side in the meantime, though. I'm a little bit worried about this back point. Bravo is semi-protected by the BMP3s, but it's possible Meddi might go for a push. He may also just sit on his +2 for a victory in 2 minutes. There's got a bomber coming in, looking for a kill on that command. He can see it. The Motorosvedka have eyes on. The bomb goes in. The bomb drops. The command is killed. Along with the 50 cal recon unit. SU-25 AT coming in. Going for the Mirage, I'm sure. Gets a nice hit. Gonna get a second. It does. SU-25 shouldn't be underestimated. Decent attack run with those short-range missiles. AMX 30 going down as well. Lots of fire going in the SU-25. Here's the push in the middle, though. I do note that there's potential for a Q move at the other side for Meddi as well. But here we go. Tanks rolling in over this way. Please be careful with that T-80 BVK. I'm very worried about it. Unfortunately, time is not on Vulcan's side now. HE Bomber coming in was looking for a kill on the tank, but it's taken down. Also got a hit as it came in. T-80 gets side shot by the AMX-10. The other AMX-10 on it as well. Down it goes. T-80 BVK. Command tank is destroyed. Unfortunate. There was another command, but I think it must have been destroyed by the vehicles that went over that side. The command rolling in here, heading towards Foxtrot. There is some commandos there, though. I'm impressed that that's actually been completely cleared out of units. This BTR-60, though, at risk from those commandos. I don't know if Vulcan knows they're there, but victory in 11 seconds. 9 seconds. Commandos briefly had eyes on that. They are moving up for the kill. +1, 10 seconds. It's going to neutralize. With 8 seconds to go. The command being hit now by the commandos. They should get the kill on that command. Down it goes. 1994. 1994. Not looking great in the middle of the map either. Delta completely controlled still. Lots of artillery coming in that far side. It does look like Meddi is going to try to go in there. Meddi does have another command infantry, which I assume is coming down to Foxtrot. SU-25's been doing a good job this game. Managed to clear up a few units. Managed to get the kill on the AA as well. We'll be happy with that. Gonna kill on that side as well. We'll now need to evac probably. Another SU-25 AT in at the back here. Well stabilized by Vulcan. But Meddi still primarily in control. Where is that command infantry going? Is it going to go into the Motrazvedka? Motrazvedka might get a cheeky kill on that here if it doesn't deploy. That's really strange. Push continues at the other side, but not sure there's a command over there. Could just be a massive distraction. There's still a command tank in the middle, which is being moved perhaps over to that side. And obviously the command infantry here has been moved out the way of those Motrazvedka now. SU-25 coming in. It doesn't see the command in the vehicle though. SU-25 could get a cheeky kill on this command, but I don't think it realizes it. Could be that Vulcan's also distracted the other side. Jaguar AT coming in. Going straight for the SU-25. Obviously, Meddi, realizing it was there, is concerned about his command. Rightly so. The AMX-30 is also moving in. He's got 2 commands moving in at this point. He only needs a couple of points to tick over to win this game. And that command tank is going to get them. Commiserations, Vulcan. Well played. Meddi is always a tricky person to play against. But very well played, Meddi. Some good misbehavior in this game. And in the last game, obviously coming round through the forest into that far point was just absolute brilliant idea. Well played, guys. Again, pretty close in kills to losses between these two. Congratulations to Meddi for the win in both games. Commandos doing a good job throughout that game. Brennis did a good job. BMP3 doing well. ATGM's doing well. BMP3's doing well. SG25s were doing a fantastic job. Look at all those tank kills. And again, and another SG25 just getting loads of... For me, it's, you know, the Commandos and the SG25 get MVP. Really well played to both players there. Thanks everyone for watching. Again, do remember to check out Vulcan if you don't already know him. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.